Welcome back to the Riftbreaker. So in the last episode here, we built up my base and got all the different equipment I need to finally start to go and visit some different biomes. So we've now unlocked the ability to go out to the radioactive desert, acidic plains, or the volcanic area. You don't necessarily need to go to these in any particular order. You can kind of pick and choose, although I think the official thing would be you just kind of go top to bottom. I'm actually going to go to the acidic plains first because I think it's going to open up a very interesting, possibly cheesy strategy based on some other things that we've unlocked here recently in the research tree. In addition to this, we are going to talk a little bit about critters research and good old tower theory. So that's a new spreadsheet I just got going on here, and we'll be able to use that to our advantage to create a fairly safe base for us on some of these new different biomes that we're going to go visit. So let's go to the acidic plains. Again, they're probably going to talk a lot, so I'll cut back in after they get to their spiel. Yeah. Welcome to the acidic plains.
Environmental scanning in progress. Ashley, my senses are indicating a highly acidic atmosphere composition.
Fluoric acid condensation is definitely abnormal compared to what we've seen in other parts of the planet. Something must be emitting the acid straight into the air. Let's look around to see what we can find.
So welcome to the acidic plains. You can see that it's got a bunch of weird plants. We're kind of in an interesting spot here with a lot of these weird kind of nest almost looking rocks right there. And I'm also doing this scanning thing. So this is actually building up my research. And this is going to be useful for farming. It's going to be useful for knowledge of various creatures, what they're vulnerable to. And if we get smart enough by them, we'll actually be able to kind of learn their weaknesses and maybe potentially do a little bit more damage to them. So this is going to be an important part of the game that we kind of need to learn. Things that I would focus on, if we were just talking about tips here, crystals are going to be a big one. So if you see crystals, definitely search those.
These red crystals are really huge. Look at how the light is scattering below their surface. It's mesmerizing.
They also contain a lot of rhodonite. We can use this mineral to construct high-powered laser emitters for our weapons, as well as other equipment.
You already had me convinced at lasers. We definitely need to learn more about these crystals. We should research rhodonite handling as soon as possible.
So yes, lasers. Lasers are going to be really good. It's actually part of the reason why I came here first, as compared to going to the desert first. It has a lot to do with what is going to be weak to what, depending on where you're going. So that's one of the things that we're actually going to get into here a little bit later on. It isn't too important, at least right now, but the other thing that I'm also looking at here has to do with all of these sludge pods. So you've seen that we have the sludge pods, and last time I actually used that to create power. The reason I'm able to do that is because I recently unlocked gas power plants, biocomposter, and gas filtering plant. All of this is really important because I'm going to be able to use, obviously, our gas power plant along with the pumps to generate power. And lots of power will come out of that. In addition to this, we're also probably going to be talking about a little bit about farming. I'm not sure if I'll get to it in this episode here, but this takes in plant biomass and a little bit of water to convert that into flammable gas, which again produces power. Power is that key resource that's going to allow us to build up more and more research stations, allowing us to get to this tech tree faster. In addition to that, there's another piece of equipment that we recently unlocked, or we are about to unlock, if I can find it. There it is. This is the important one here. Carbonium synthesizer. Ironium synthesizer. This is going to allow us, and I kid you not, it's part of the game, allow us to turn power directly into those resources so that we don't need to run around the whole map here and actually dig that stuff up. It makes sense when you get really late in the game and it's just, you're going through unbelievable amounts of this stuff. And with the plans that I got for the base, I'm going to go through ungodly amounts of resources. Plus you could die from resource death if you just don't have enough stuff and they're throwing too many enemies at you. I don't know how far we're going to get into that with Brutal. I would imagine it's going to be as hard as you could imagine, but
okay,
yes.
Let's go there to see what is causing them.
before we do that, I'm actually going to find a good spot here with a lot of these sludge pods or spots around. I'm going to take this and set down my outpost out here. Oh, dude, the ones that crawl up out of the ground. Ant-looking things. We'll actually play with some different melee weapon today. After I get my synthesizer, that is. So, talking about enemies that are vulnerable to certain things, those guys are really vulnerable to, like, exploding, which is why I use grenade launchers. You can see that kind of area damage right there. That's its damage type. I just call it explosives. I mean, that's pretty much what it is, but this looks like a good spot. If you take a look at the map here, it's got some defendable areas and lots of sludge around it. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up my outpost right here.
Outpost construction in progress. This building is a local version of our headquarters. It will allow me to reconstruct whenever I am destroyed. And it has a permanent rift station that we can rift jump to at any time.
It will also allow us to automatically transfer all of the resources that are mined in this location back to our HQ, even if we're not present in this location. We can construct a network of such outposts around the planet to build up our economy. It's the only way to acquire enough resources to construct the Rift Station and all of its components.
Be mindful of where we place these buildings, though. Our headquarters have a capacity limit of how many outposts we can support at once. So whenever there is no use for an outpost, we should deconstruct it and recycle the resources that were used to build it.
So yeah, that is a very, very important thing. We can actually take the resources from this biome and feed it to my others, anywhere else I'm on. And that allows me to, that's going to allow me to bring resources back and forth to each other. So if I can produce a lot of ironium and carbonium here because I can produce it a lot of power, then I don't have to worry about digging it up in another spot because it's going to transfer through this outpost. So you saw me putting down these little sludge pumps right here. I think I put down a total of 5 of them. That's going to be 500 sludge per second. The pumps and pipes can definitely be attacked, so that's something to keep in mind. But I'm going to bring this in, and that will then get converted into flammable gas. Or flammable liquid, I'm not sure which one it is, but
The fog is clearing up.
that will be how I'm going to produce a lot of my power here. You can also take a look at the inflow to something like this. If we just click on it, you can see that the sludge in down here in the bottom left is plus 500 per second. So that's pretty handy. This is one of those resources, like this sludge isn't globally available. Things that we mine up, those are. But things like liquids and whatnot, they are only local, so they require you to move them around like this. So some resources, depends on what you're working with. Okay. That is in the way. And it's exploding! Whoops! Ow! Let me go ahead and put this down. I might save enough room to do this as well if I can get there, but there we go. So that is going to take 100 sludge each, produce 25 gas each, which at this level is going to give me enough power for it's two sludge machines for one gas power plant. There we go. I'm making the words. They're coming to me slowly. This might be a difficult episode. So I've got enough for 2.5, so I gotta go find another sludge pump somewhere. And we'll have to work on defending these. Like I said, they can attack the pumps. That's not very... Smell very nice. There is a range as far as how the pumps can work here, so I should be able to go over here somewhere and find another free spot. You don't really need to worry about where the pump is. Yeah, where you connect the pipes. They'll just kind of flow together. Got junk in the water here. I'm going to go ahead and kill it. There we go. One thing you cannot do, as far as I know, you can't run the pipe through the backside of a pump. It sure looks like you can. Maybe you can. Let me go take a look. Didn't seem like it was working the last time I looked, but... Yeah, that's still plus 500. If I do that... Now it's plus 600. Yeah, a little bit deceiving there. Nobody's come to attack me yet, so I'm not too worried about it. Now I should have lots of power. Once this gets up and running, let's go ahead and just put down a couple solar panels just to generate a little bit of startup power.
Some buildings.
My sensors are indicating an imminent release of acidic gases. The ground is opening up in some places and it's spewing strong acidic clouds. The acid is going to corrode everything within its range.
Okay, well, this is just out of range. At least it'll go out there and repair stuff. I'm going to want to build a lot of repair towers for everything I'm building here because the environment in this biome is very hazardous to my equipment. As you can see right here, this will actually damage it. It's not going to... Isn't like it's huge, but if you have no way to repair this stuff, eventually it will just kind of die out on you. So, that could be a real pain, especially with so much piping that I'm going to be putting in here.
Acid is dissolving our base.
Alright, so now I have a surplus of 1,400 power. Nice, and I also was already able to unlock enough power to get my next research station up, so that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and put down a radar station.
More storage buildings.
And in just a minute, 37 seconds, I'll actually be able to put the synthesizers in and start to generate resources that way. Now, when it comes to researching these plants, what we're going to see here is that it's under this spot. Oop, not that one. It's right over here. So you can see that I know a little bit about Florium here. I've got 8 of 10 researched. So something like this, you can see the resources it's dropping. This is also going to play into when we go to farm it. So I always like to research if you can get, I think you want to get 10 of them, but you can take it even further if you want to. But we should be able to gain more knowledge. Like this one right here, this fungus piles. You can see that this has ironium, palladium inside of it, carbonium, plant biomass. If we can manage to kind of grow that, then we can create a source of palladium, which would be awesome. Same thing goes for these creatures. Well, not necessarily growing the creatures as far as I know. I don't know. Maybe this game, there is a Monster Rancher version to it. Maybe that's a mod at some point. Oh! Locals found me. A little face spider. Ow! Burn! Fire is pretty effective on this biome. All right, let me go do, well, let me go ahead and build some towers here real quick. I haven't done any of that. Sound design guy had a lot of fun with this game. Okay, since we're going to be building towers that shoot kind of advanced stuff, rockets and flamethrowers and stuff, a tower ammo factory is going to be real important. I think this works in combination with all the other tower ammo factories around the world. Same with the ammo, so I think that's global.
Technology has been developed. New buildings are available.
But you can see the amount of resources I have available here. The more you build up these, which I currently have 5 of 6, I can build it up to 6 of 6. That'll allow me to store more of that ammo. Hey, guess what I just unlocked? The brand new carbonium synthesizer and irodium synthesizer. So you can see that each one of these at this level is going to take in 500 energy and produce 2 per second. So it's pretty expensive, but it's also really, really powerful. Because that is just so long as I have enough power, which I think these give off 500 power each. Yeah. There you have it. That's a source of ironium and a source of carbonium that's not going to run out. Although there is I think a replenish rate to the liquid over here. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Maybe I can. It says the sludge pool is infinite, but I don't know how fast it fills up here. For right now, it's pretty much, I mean, it's basically unlimited resources. So that's going to put a bit of a demand on our system here. Another thing I might want to do, depending on how much power I'm pulling in and whatnot, might want to go ahead and actually just put in tanks and whatnot, just to store up extra sludge that then gets converted into power. That's actually a good way to generate more power. It's kind of like an alternative way to create a battery, I guess.
Ashley, I'm detecting a sudden change in air humidity and wind speed. A fog is forming up.
Okay, now let me just focus on defense here for just a moment. Here's where we're going to talk a little bit about towers. Let me just start by building the base up real quick.
This fog is very dense.
And I'll explain it as
It's
I'm going here.
affecting the efficiency of our solar panels and wind turbines. Based on my calculations, it shouldn't last for long.
So what I'm going to do is a triple wall system here. So, and then I think I will actually just go right down here to the corner, bring it out over like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually creating 3 dedicated zones that's based on the actual range, operating range of my towers.
Steel storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
I'm gonna give myself little platforms because that's real fancy. Look at that. Real fancy.
The fog is gone. Base efficiency is back to normal.
But if we just quickly jump on over here to the document, what you can see here is these are the creatures in red, the ones that I know of their range, as compared to the towers, which is in blue, and then the repair tower and whatnot. So what we can see is a lot of creatures, ranged creatures, are actually have a slightly less range than a lot of our normal towers,
storage buildings.
such as mines, lasers, rockets, miniguns, the Sentinel one, which is the one we're going to currently have a lot of, and that we've been building mostly of. And then we do have a couple of creatures that can actually launch beyond the range of those. So, you know, these are kind of our long artillery-like creatures. Then you have the artillery actual tower right here. That's a new one, and that has a fairly large range. But you can see that there's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles right there that you have. If you were to build something that was beyond this range, if it was closer to the enemy than the tower is to the actual enemy that's attacking it, sort of thing, then they will be able to attack that and the artillery won't reach them. Hence, in kind of a basic tower theory sort of way, doing it this way, what I should be able to do is have our very close ranged flamethrower. This is actually going to kill off the little guys that are just looking to saturate our defense system. Cannon fodder. And then I will have sentinel towers behind that engages kind of your bigger tank creatures that'll kind of come and attack you. You want to be able to get those down, that way your artillery isn't focusing on them. And then I can put artillery back here, and it should still have the range to engage, very quickly engage your long-range creatures that may never get really that close to your base. So that is a basic setup, and that can pretty much get you through the normal version of the game. But we'll get a little bit more into this when we start talking about funneling them through various areas here, and you can actually start to attack over terrain and things like that. Plus there's a lot of different damage weapon types and stuff, then that actually really does come into play.
Research completed.
One of the things I'm going to do here, get another different piece of weapon here. I want to work with the hammer. Let's bring that up to the top. I would put that pipe right there, wouldn't I? Oh well. So you can see the range on this fire turret. You can see how far it can kind of shoot. This sort of highlight here is not necessarily 100% accurate to how much range it actually has. So I don't know what to say there. I feel like it's a little bit of an oversight. When they went to finalize the game, they didn't really quite look at that, but it's fairly accurate.
A new technology has been
But if we were to take a look at the flamethrower, you can see that it can reach up to here. So if I wanted this flamethrower tower to actually be able to engage on that one, then I want to put it right there. So try to make things overlapping as much as possible. The other thing is you're going to want to pay attention to the damage here. So sometimes I flip between artillery and rocket, because rocket actually can help blow through some of the tanks as well in a slightly different manner. Oh, and then you put power right back here. So that's kind of the basic arrangement. So there we go. If they attack this corner, I have overlapping fields of fire. Things are looking pretty good. Got this thing out here, which I will kill. Grenade launcher is great for that.
Warning! I'm detecting an imminent acid eruption. Ashley, prepare yourself.
That guy is resistant to most weapons I have.
The ground is opening up. Watch out for corrosive gas.
Now we should still be able to attack these guys now that we've gotten rid of the tanks there.
Base is under attack.
Although I'm under acid. That's not nice, thank you. So you can see how that kind of works out right there. It's good, but I mean, you can see that it's still quite possible for them to start to break through things. It's pretty much why you need a repair tower back there when I can't build anything right now because I'm under acid. So before I get too crazy with building stuff on this thing here, I'm going to have to go do my objective and then go get more carbonium because that's what I'm going to need to build more repair
Steel
facilities.
storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Yep, and we lost a plant over there. I was using that. That actually got destroyed. I like to put buildings right here in the corner as well, because I mean that's just right where they're always. They like to focus down corners. It's not 100% all the time, but they do like them. Alright, so while I have all of this, let's just get the rest of my towers built up real quick. That way I can walk away from this. Enemies will also do area of effect damage, so if they're attacking this bit of wall right here, you may not want to put your tower right behind it, but just a little ways away from it so it doesn't get hit. That can help. I'm going to go ahead and move that pipe. It's not a big deal.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
I'm actually going to rotate that pump. Well, if I have to. I don't have to. There was some debate of whether or not we can shoot through this. No, doesn't look like it. Guess I'll just put that there. So one of the things I like about this arrangement is I can say, maybe I only want a flame tower at the limit of its range. So I always have fire up on front, but I can go back here with the sentinels that are fairly cheap, and I can put those every 4 tiles or something like that. Just kind of a neat little arrangement. Works well. Also gives you a lot of opportunities to put power in here, so in case one of those get knocked out, you can keep your towers nice and powered. I'll just put a jump point right there in case we do get attacked. I'm not too worried about it on this map. Let's go off and do my objective here real quick.
Ashley, based on my calculations, there's a solar eclipse coming up soon. Solar panels will be down for its duration.
You know what? I think I got a brand new hammer. Let's go ahead and throw that on real quick. Yeah, it's my favorite weapon.
Dark now, in the middle of the day. Fortunately, this shouldn't last long.
So for example, this guy here, he's resistant to explosions. So that's why I'm using physical stuff on him. Look at this interesting solar eclipse. And look at my hammer! Yeah! Smash the plants! This is how you terraform an entire biome.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available.
And you get resources out of it. All sorts of reasons to destroy the environment. A lot more than not destroying it, that's for sure. Alright, researched enough of those. I want to research you too. What's up, boy? Now, 2 of 3, so we're just starting to get familiar with each other. Hey, hey, will you stop attacking me? Hello. Ow! Ow, that's acid. It's kind of easy to die on this one. I think you like the flamethrower. I'm sorry, you like the shotgun. That's your...
The eclipse
Ow.
is over. These events may occur from time to time.
What's up, guys? Should be able to do like a charge with the hammer. Oh, these guys are kind of risky to do that. Smash!
Steel storage
And I
is
stunned them. You see that?
built
There's
for
little
storage facilities.
stars above their head. Real handy. Alright, where are we at here? Ah, gross. I hate these. These things are the worst. You could just burn.
Carbonium storage is full.
They sent out
Build more
bees.
storage facilities.
Frickin' acid rain. Ow! Ow! Where else? Oh, stay away from me, you little creepy crawler. I'm not looking so good. It's a rough day.
The acidic fumes are much denser near this growth. This thing must be responsible for the highly corrosive atmosphere in this area.
This life form is multiplying very rapidly. It is subdividing its cells, similarly to Earth-based yeast. The fluid inside these cells is highly corrosive. Please keep a safe distance.
There must be much more of this acidic yeast growing here. The orbital scanner report indicated that this entire biome is covered in these fumes. We should study it further before setting up a permanent outpost in this area of the planet.
Ashley, I strongly suggest using a bioscanner to gather samples from these life forms. The fluid inside them is a highly condensed acid that can easily burn through my armor. The bioscanner will allow us to gather samples from a safe distance.
Yeah, these things, if you see this stuff growing on your map, especially in
Buildings are available for construction.
survival mode,
New blueprints are available.
you could be in for a world of
crafting.
hurt. You gotta... It could be really damaging to your base. Let's go find some more of it. I got 4 of 10. As you can imagine, you need to do about 10 to learn about it. That guy's actually passive, by the way. If you don't blow him up or his buddies that are nearby, usually will leave you alone. These guys are not. Nope, you kill these ones. And you don't apologize.
Wind
No.
is slowing down. The air is getting dense. A fog is forming up.
Squish him.
This fog is very dense. It's
Ooh.
affecting the efficiency of our solar panels and wind turbines. Based on my calculations, it shouldn't last for long.
Okay. You want to do that? You want to play that way? Okay, I want gravity grenades here. Or not, because I don't have any more. See if I can mine this one up in one go. Oh, they're coming!
The fog is gone.
Got it!
Base efficiency is back to normal.
Ah, there it is. Decorative flag. Oh, interesting. There is an achievement to find, I think, 75% of all the hidden things on a map. I think that includes this and that. It's one of the achievements I have not done yet. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You wanna play this game? Keep chasing me. Look, you become so familiar by things by just destroying them. Want to learn about this plant? You can beat it with a hammer. Every once in a while you get a little research out of it. Okay, where's all the acid stuff on this one?
Steel storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Game? This is supposed to be a map full of yeast. Ow. There we go. There's some more. Scan that up. Piss off the locals. Realize they're behind you too. Ah! Grenade launchers are so powerful.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Warning! I'm detecting acidic clouds heading our way. We won't be able to construct any buildings while it's raining. We should prepare quickly.
Ooh, these are nice. Ooh, yeah, look at these. No.
It's
Ow.
starting to rain acid.
Ow.
We won't be able to construct any buildings until it stops.
I like these plants. I don't want them to die. There you go. Four of five. 5 of 5. Familiarity with this odd-looking thing.
Research completed.
Ooh, tier 2 walls. Tier 2 armory. Good. Good, good, good. So, let's take a look. This right here. Ooh, look at that. Palladium. I like that. It's good stuff. Anytime, again, whenever you see these crystals, go for the crystals. I know it's not the most riveting thing, but it is part of the game that's really important if you want to get ahead of some cool things. Ooh, yeah, look at that. We need to research more of these. One more. Look at that. See, now that I'm up to 15, I get extra bonus resources, extra 4% out of that. So if you really want to get a lot out of this stuff, you're going to have to do a lot of scanning. But, see, we just unlocked the other one there. So now, check this out. Hazenite. Hazenite, baby. Aha! I think I found the last things I need to scan here. It took a little bit, but...
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
There we go. So long as I don't kill it. There we go. There's one. And there's another one.
My radar is tracking a meteor swarm. Its flight trajectory ends very close to our location. Prepare for bombardment.
Okay, that's enough samples to start researching them in the alien research lab. Interesting. We found traces of palladium inside the acidic yeast samples that we just collected. It might be a good idea to search for larger colonies of this life form. They might indicate the location of higher concentrations of palladium. The acidic yeast colonies that we've observed seem to grow from a central root inside the colony. I'd like to study a living colony in its natural habitat to gather more data on how it gathers palladium from the environment. We'll need to construct a local research station near one of the colonies in order to do that. We'll have to download the necessary technology for that building if we don't have it yet.
Ashley, I'm afraid that the research station will not be able to scan the colony from a safe distance. It would have to be placed very close to the root of the colony to work properly. We will not be able to build anything that close to the root without being overwhelmed by its growth, especially given the fact that we do not want to destroy it.
I think that we can prevent the colony from overgrowing our base by covering the soil with a structure that the acidic yeast can't grow on.
Standard floor tiles are going to be corroded by the colony.
We can prevent that. Now that we know the type of acid that this life form is producing, we can research special anti-corrosive flooring that will protect our base. We just need to build the research station on the anti-corrosive floor tiles.
Whoa, what is this dude? That dude's big. I don't like that one. Ooh, what did I get? Mod. Stun chance mod hit point gain. Excellent. So you can put those on your weapons once we kind of get the crafting up high enough. I can actually go ahead and modify my weapons. I can also modify the towers. So that's pretty cool. Not all of them can be applied to everything. So that's actually an important bit right here. Because we just unlocked the research over here, which is... the alien floor tiles, or anti-corrosive, not alien, anti-corrosive floor tiles. So that's that one right there. That came from researching enough of the creatures here. Matter of fact, if you take a look at some of these, you can see that this requires me to look at level 1, I don't know, cryo, whatever, lettuce, fungus. So if I do that, then I can start to research that. So those are the important ones that I'm going to want to research. I need that. I'm gonna go ahead and slap that up to its maximum. I'm gonna put that on, bring that up as well. So those are the next 3 things I'm going to be researching, including the harvesting station. So technically I am done with this mission, but I'm not necessarily done with this biome. I can keep doing more things here. I can find more stuff. And my plan here is to produce more and more power so that I can power up more of those synthesizers. Alright, so before I am done with this place, I'm actually just going to keep this headquarters here. But look at all of this slime right in this area. I'm going to go ahead and tap into that and add that to my power right here. Yes, because why not? Then I'll come back here eventually later with repair towers to make sure that it doesn't die while I'm gone. But right now, I'm only producing 2 of each, which is just not enough. I need more. So let me see just how many pumps I can get in here. Looks like I was able to get a total of 8 more sludge pumps. So now, let me work on connecting all of that. Alright, I think that's all 8 of those connected. Let me just take a quick look at that. Ooh, yeah, I'm flowing in at 1,300. I guess there was only 7. Did I miss one? No sludge left behind. There we go. So the fire fuel will move up over here like that. And then come back down over here like that. And since I put in 8 more, I should be able to get 4 more gas power plants. Which then means I should have a huge amount of power that I can use for synthesizers here. Since this is kind of my main area, that's the where I got the real valuable stuff, we'll just kind of build into this. Rude. Blowing up on my pipes. Come on now. I need more ironium. I need to get these things built so I can build more of them. Alright, so while that's doing that, let me go all the way up over here, and I want to see what's at behind this point. Oh, interesting. I could charge this up, and then if I right-click twice, I get the big boom and then a small one right after that. That's a cool little combo. Just learned that. Place this down real quick. Ah, whatever. Let's go for it. Not enough! I love those. Gravity grenades are amazing and fun.
A new technology has been developed.
Oh, beautiful. Look at all this rhodonite.
Handling. We can start researching new laser-based weapons and towers. They're going to be an excellent addition to our arsenal. However, we will first have to gather some rhodonite to craft the new gear.
The red crystals that contain rhodonite are relatively common in the acidic plains biome. However, I detected an interesting location with a much above normal condensation of their growth. There should be a lot of rhodonite in that area. I've marked the Riftbreaker coordinates on the orbital scanner interface.
Excellent. Let's go there as soon as we've secured the current objective.
Hey, sludge. What am I missing? One of these isn't flowing. I got a broken pipe somewhere. Who's broken? Found it. Alright, so before that I leave all of this, I need to go ahead and just take a quick look at here and secure my base. That is actually a pretty big spot I need to defend. I'm not so sure that they actually send waves at you on this base. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a light defense in for right now. Now, while I don't necessarily think I have to build this towers up right now, I don't know what's going to happen when I come back here. If I'm going to be just attacked by enemies right off the bat. So that's really why I'm going and building this stuff up right now. You can notice that they haven't sent a wave at me this entire time. Which is rather nice of them, considering this is brutal mode and everything. But wow, I spaced that out just right.
A new technology has been developed.
Orbital scanning completed. We have
Okay.
located a large colony of acidic yeast. I have marked the rift jump coordinates on the planetary scanner interface. Warning. It is recommended to develop acidic shielding before visiting that location. It is going to be difficult to survive there without it. Ashley, I'm detecting a sudden change in air humidity and wind speed. A fog is forming up.
So I should have that research already complete. So if I go over here,
Research completed.
there's the floor tiles. There's the road night handling. There's the research station. And the acidic shielding. That'll go to the top. There we go.
It's hard to see anything in this fog. It's also affecting our solar panels and wind turbines. We have to wait it out.
I can't see. All right, one more side to defend right on up here. This one isn't too bad. There's a sludge pile right there.
Of course. Not enough more AI hubs. Build more AI hubs.
That could get annoying real quick. All I did is click it a bunch of times. How much power do I have? I've got enough. We're okay. So these synthesizers, they will actually keep running until the power is... Sorry, until the resource... Until they're no longer needed to... Let me try that again. The storage boxes here, once they're full, the synthesizers will stop running. There we go. All right. I think that covers everything I need up here. Except for repairing pretty much everything, which I will just do when I bring back the resources needed for repair towers. But yeah, you can see that this is going to continuously give me a nice flow of materials. Not a super fast flow of materials, but it's considering it's pretty much unlimited.
Imminent release of acidic gases.
It's going to be pretty awesome. But I'm going to get out of here before this stuff blows me up. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. In the next episode here, we're going to be jumping into the next phase of the mission. Maybe we'll go visit the radioactive desert, or maybe just the next mission for acidic plains. We'll have to see. Anyway, that's all I got time for today. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.